it is the time to pay back. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Good morning. I hope you are doing very well. Today is 11th of October 2021. Welcome to That's the Point. I'm really overwhelmed and obliged by enthusiastic response on my last video regarding the oil prices. So I thought to do this video again in a shorter span of time. Usually I do a video in 10 days, but this is, your views have pulled me back just after 6 days. So today we will be discussing another very important and very unique topic. Yesterday it was quite a pleasant evening in Islamabad, and suddenly we saw that there was heavy clouds came in. It was 4:30 p.m. A very bright day turned into a very dark day. As far as the ambient conditions are concerned, and then there was a gusty hailstorm came in, and there was so much noise all around our house, and there was rain, there was hail, and there was screams of kids and power outrage, and it was really frightening. So at night, when everything calmed down, I was thinking that why this adverse climate changing are started affecting us in this part of the world as well. And then I come with the idea to do this video on a very important energy resource which have been not very famous, but nowadays it has gained its worth back. It's about coal. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's the point. So we will be staying in touch and discussing all sort of interesting topics, and we can share our views together. Thank you very much for your attention, and let's move on to the topic. Okay, so why I'm going to discuss this topic, coal. Coal is not a very renowned and not a very usable thing as far as the environmentalists are concerned in last decade or so, and they have been telling people not to burn coal because it's going to damage our environment. Yes, they are true. They are right. But with the current scenario, emerging scenario in the world, after COVID, when the economic wheel of the world is reviving, everybody is looking for energy resources to produce electricity. And now on your screen, you can see there's a slide showing that the consumption of coal by different countries, and it is quite obvious that China is the biggest consumer of coal, and none other than less, India is the second one, and then the US, and then the other countries. And being a Pakistani and sitting in Pakistan, if I see these climate changes and adverse climate changes, the floods, hailstorm, the gusty winds, and there are a lot of adverse changes, lot of heat, lesser winter time, lesser spring time. This is all because we are sitting just adjacent to the countries who are burning energy resources at a humongous amount, being the most biggest economies of the world, and that is adversely affecting our climate. They are melting the glaciers, and there are floods, and all sort of things are going on. So again, after all being said that coal is not good for our environment, human beings are going back to burn the coal again. And in the next slide, I show you that recent times the consumption of coal within Asia Pacific region is on the rise, and currently in last 1 month or so, there is a significant demand of coal, especially in China and India, and the coal miners and the coal producers are really struggling. The coal exporters are very happy. They are getting a lot of orders, but the availability and the supply chain of coal is terribly affected, and all the factories and the industry need power need energy to be run, and there is no coal to burn, there is no gas to burn, there is no oil to burn, because everything is dependent on effective supply chain management, which is not there. As I have told you in the previous video as well, that during COVID times, a lot of skilled manpower have been laid off, have been asked to leave countries, and they have been disturbed. So that's why now, when the economic wheel is going to revive, there are not enough people at the ports, not enough people at the factories, not enough people at the plants to render their services. So that is one of the reasons. But now the world is moving towards utilizing coal again. And this video is on this subject. I'll go through some of the very pertinent things, and then we will discuss few things about Pakistan as well. That how we perceive things as a nation, how we perceive things as professionals, and currently, as usually it is said about Pakistan, that we are a very good firefighters. We don't plan things, but I'll show you a few slides, and you will see that there is a huge chaos in India and in China, that they don't have enough coal to burn. As we move along with our discussion, and the discussion today is really very important for the people around the world to think that there are few facts which cannot be negated. People who are talking about renewable energies, people who are talking about clean energy, are now quiet when there is a huge surge in demand of coal, and countries like China and India and others are burning, even US, they are burning coal in a significant quantity. So on your screen now you can see the world's biggest coal exporters, and seeing Indonesia's name and Australia name on the top you can relate with the last slide, where we are saying that the biggest consumer of coal is Asia Pacific. So other than Indonesia, Australia, there is Russia, there is US, South Africa, Colombia. They are the countries who produce coal. Now again, coming back to the same discussion, that in a fair market, when there is a demand, there has to be a supply, and the price has to be kept constant. But what happened usually, whenever there is a demand, there is a lack of supply, and there is a disturbance in this equilibrium, the price goes up. So the coal prices are started surging, and they are touching on the very high side as we compare to the last 10 years. So in your slide you can see now the trend of the coal prices. The coal which have lost its significance in recent times have gained its significance again, because all the old plants and factories, the power plants in China, they are coal-based, coal-fired power plants. There is a separate discussion that how this coal is being produced, because there are a number of ways, and we will do another video on this, that how coal is being produced. But currently we are discussing this disturbance in the equilibrium of demand and supply and in the energy resources all around the world. So the prices are going up, and definitely now there will be a huge impact on environment. In your next slide you can see there are a few news clippings just 2 days back that there were only 2 days supplies of coal left in India to run their power plants, and there are power outages in cities like Delhi, Bombay. And if you go to China, the story is quite similar. The biggest producers of coal and power through coal-fired power plants have raised their hands that they don't have enough coal to burn, and there is a huge amount of concern within China as well, that they have to shut down their plants. Their economy will be affected if they cannot go to the alternate source, or if they cannot get coal in abundance. And there is a huge emphasis now as winters are approaching, Christmas is approaching all around the world. People want to get back to work, but now there is not enough energy resources to burn and produce electricity. Now, the purpose of doing this video is very important. Whenever there is a need, there is a usual perspective of human beings that they go with the easy way out, and that's what the world is doing right now. We have negated the impact of coal on environment. We have negated the impact of burning coal on our health, and now we are looking for more coal to be burned. So with this video, let me remind people around the world the impact of burning coal on our environment. If we burn coal, we release carbon dioxide, which is the major component of the emission. Then mercury, which is very poisonous for our health. Nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, they are the major contributors, and they cause, they are the major contributor of global warming. They damage the ozone layer very badly, and these components are extremely injurious for our crops, for our health, for our next generations. So as the concept of global warming, you can see on your screen that there is, when we burn coal, there is global warming, the oceans will get warmer. So as I was saying, that the oceans will get warmer, and there are coral bleaches which will affect our environment. So as all is being said, now come to Pakistan. What Pakistan has to do and what Pakistan is doing as far as the coal is concerned. I've been hearing this since last 2 decades that we have a lot of coal reserves. Yes, we have. And there are people who are saying that we should not be burning coal and we should not be relying on coal. Why? Because as an individual living here in Pakistan, as a professional belong to the energy sector, I always used to say that we need to develop a diversified energy mix where coal has to have a significant percentage in the energy mix, because that is our indigenous resource. And luckily we are blessed with an extremely diverse environment, climate, which will definitely help us to cut down our emissions and to make our environment much cleaner. I have never said that we should be, the coal should be contributing around 35% of the energy mix. But yes, it has to contribute around 20%. And this is the time again that we need to go back on the basic principles of power generation and start utilizing our indigenous coal, which is in abundance. There are some people, who say that the burning capacity of our coal is not good. So what? Burn more. We have it in abundance. But now the biggest impact with this global scenario, as we are also importing coals, and most of the imported coal is being utilized in Pakistan by the cement industry, the cement plants, and the power plants. So what will happen as the prices are going up? This will impact the prices of imports, and this eventually affect the cost of cement production, which will in turn will affect the construction sector, which is on the boom right now. So there will be a huge inflation coming on our way as far as the construction industry is concerned, as far as the power generation is concerned. As I have already told you in my last video that the prices of oil and gas is also going up. Now the prices of coal are also going up. So we don't have left with any other option to increase our exploration and development activities, so we can exploit each molecule which is present for us in Pakistan of the fossil fuels. And in the similar time, at the same time, we need to come up with a very diversified energy mix to ensure energy security in Pakistan. So with this, I beg leave, but with a food of thought that, I have shared with you a very recent development where nobody in the world right now is yelling or saying anything about the impact of burning coal on our environment and the health of our future generation. So stay in touch with That's the Point. Don't forget to subscribe and do come up with your suggestions and your feedback on this video as well. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Allah Hafiz. Me, Shoaib Farooqi, signing off on 11th October 2021 from That's the Point.